What type of clothes should we wear in summer? You already seen this, right? We should wear cotton clothes. Why? Because cotton, again, they have the ability to absorb water molecules. So the sweat that our body produces when we perspire during summer, in order to keep ourselves cool, cotton absorbs this sweat, and these water particles of the sweat, when they get absorbed into the surface of the cotton, they take heat energy from the surroundings or even from our skin, and they transition into the gaseous state. We transition into the gaseous state, leaving our body a tad bit more cooler. So that is why we should wear cotton clothes during summer. Let's have a quick revision of this wonderful session. So this was the chapter 1 of grade 9, and in this chapter we learned about matter. We basically focused on the physical properties of matter. We learned that there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and all these states of matter, they have a particular quality, and that is they have those characteristics that they have spaces of attraction. They are intermolecular spaces between them. Then there are intermolecular attraction between the particles. So the space is there because of the attraction. The lesser the space, more the attraction. Solids, and the higher the space, the less the attraction, that is the gas value. We also learned that all these traits of matter, three states of matter, they can transition from one state to another. So a solid can transition into a liquid through fusion, and vice versa. A liquid can transition into a gaseous state. Gas can transition into the directly into the solid state through the solidification, and the solid can also transition through the gaseous state through the sublimation process. So we saw all these processes, we saw all these points. Then we also learned about the latent heat, that when a particular temperature is reached in order for the solid to change into the liquid, and at a particular temperature, the heat is being used for all the solid substances to transition into the liquid, and that is why the temperature does not get increased, and all the heat is used up in that process, that hidden heat, that latent heat. We learned about latent heat of vaporization. When we learned about latent heat of fusion. It's basically from solid to liquid, vaporization from liquid to gas. Remember that one standard 1 kg of measurement that we took of the particular substance from which it's transitioning into. And yes, so we covered all these things, and we also learned about evaporation. We also learned about that gaseous particles, they get absorbed into liquid particles through the process called diffusion, and the rate of diffusion in liquids is higher. That is why aquatic animals and aquatic plants, they take up the dissolved oxygen or carbon dioxide in the aquatic bodies, in the marine bodies, and that is how they breathe. So yes, thank you so much for joining me today in studying about matter. These were the physical properties of matter. There are also chemical properties of matter. We'll be learning about them later. We'll be seeing how quickly and how adeptly these particles of matter, they interact with each other, what sort of reactions take place, and we'll be also exploring the other properties of matter based on these characteristics that we have learned till now, because this is the base, and we'll be learning how differently matter react to each other, react to the surroundings, and what more else properties, what other properties they have, and how can we learn them, how can we see the phenomenon that is going all around us every day, small things, right, like the incense stick, the burning of the incense stick, or the aroma of the hot food reaching us from the other corner of the room. All these small observations, we'll be learning about them, we'll be learning how this happens. So thank you so much for being here with me today, and we'll be learning about more further interesting phenomena together with us in study room. Thank you so much. That will be all for this lesson.